A slam poem in which she is the author and I am there for backstory. We weren't dating. We made it very clear right from the start that we weren't dating. We joked that we were the main characters in a YA novel, that we were going to have a friends to enemies to lovers storyline. It was funny. We weren't dating. Even so, most days, every day, I would hold her hand and she would run her thumb over my knuckles and we would say, I love you. I love you. I love you. I told her she deserved every star in the sky. She said they would all go dark before she stopped loving me. Are the stars still there? I think I see them still, but it could be my imagination, my overactive, idealistic imagination. She gave a boy her number right in front of me. She held my hand again right after. Were the stars there in the first place? I didn't say anything. I had no right to say anything. We weren't dating. The stars were part of the storyline. She said, "What's wrong?" I couldn't answer. I didn't want to answer. I answered, "Did I take us too seriously?" She looked at me. She looked at me and she was fidgeting with her hands and she said, "We're not dating." I nodded. I apologized. The next day we held hands and we said, "I love you." I moved away the week after. I told her a few days ago that she was probably the protagonist. I was there for backstory. That's always how it goes, right? The protagonist is never the one to leave. It's always the other person. It's always to further the main character's storyline, to push them in the direction of the plot. I don't like this story anymore. We still say I love you, and I still mean it, and maybe she still means it. Maybe she's telling the truth when she says the stars would go out before she stops loving me, but I understand now that the stars were never the stars. They were always pictures of the stars folded between the pages of a book that she was writing for fun. I don't sound much like a protagonist when I say I want to snuff the stars out. I want the stars to burn to death. I want her to get bored of her favorite storyline. I want her to stop saying she loves me.